The Creative Corner with Nolu Knowles, a cozy and inspiring show that features interviews with artists, showcases their work, challenges, and successes. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m. only on Share Radio. Tune in live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. This is Share Radio.
Tuesday to you creatives, artists, entertainers around the world. As you know, this is the Creative Corner brought to you by Share Online. Noluthando and I am not alone up a studio. Demano aba right, aba shav, aba good, aba relevant. Guys, ninjani?
Siyapila unjani.
I am all good. Intro nyan.
My name is Moeketsi Maimane. I'm a radio presenter, Share Radio presenter. I'm a YouTuber from the KTS Conversation, the ASM Chronicles. That's our YouTube channel. Yeah, that's a little bit short intro for me for now.
Yeah, okay.
Well, my name is Arthur Kositsile Salomane, and I'm a filmmaker, and I'm a writer in the film space. So I'm here doing my practical, and I'm the technical producer. Thank you for inviting me on the show today.
Okay, Banele?
Yeah, what's up, Banele? And I'm on technicals today. You are moving, man. You are swinging.
Hey. Sorry.
So...
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's Banele. Oh, title, but yeah, technical.
Okay, my dear people, you know me. I got your back. So today I bring you a special broadcast about a Creative Corner. I said, Abantu Bam, they must know what is a content creation and how you go about it. So, Betinani, when we speak of content creation, Kuni, what comes in mind?
Well, we need to play around the word creation because it comes from creativity.
All right.
You know, being creative, it's like taking things that people never think of doing, you know, doing things that people never thought of doing and putting them together and coming up with something. So with content creation, it's a matter of creating content to relevant people, you know, so like your content needs to have like a direction or where it is going. So that's what I think, you know, content creation is about.
Before we give it to Hosi or Obanele, you speak of a content creation that needs to be relevant. However, what is this content? For something uba a qualifier to be called a content creation,
it must be something that is entertaining.
Okay.
You know, it must be something that is educating. You know, it must be something that people are willing to sit down and take their time and watch it.
Okay.
You know, yes.
Josi?
Well, with me, content creation would be creating something new.
Okay.
It's either you produce it, or it's an idea.
Okay.
It could be information that you're gonna be sharing with a specific target audience. So content creation would be a daily job for artists and creators. Yes.
Okay. Banele?
Yep. So creation, man, if we were to take a look at the world that we live in, because I'm a creationist, né? And it didn't exist once upon a time, and it was created, meaning from nothing you produce something. So in the context of content, it means you come up with something. We can talk or debate if whether it is done in a creative way, but then to create, or a creation is to bring forth or to bring about. Now, creativity as an adjective is how it's done. But now it's a debate we can go into, Was it done creatively or whatnot? But it's to bring forth.
Okay, you've got it, people. Today we'll be talking about content creation and being a creator. But before we go deep, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, which is Share Online, and then come back on our Facebook, Share Online again, and like and follow the page. Make the right thing. Silapa for win. Okay, creators.
Yes.
Guys, why are you not happy? What's going on? Why are you not happy?
This is a very serious topic. This is a very serious topic.
So, guys, nincishalanga information. You do not want to give my people information.
No, we take this content creation very serious because it's a job for some people.
Okay, perfect. I love what you are saying, but sizobuyela kuyo a bit later.
Okay.
Now, I want us to talk about this content creation. Who can qualify to be a content creator?
It depends. What do you mean by your question?
Yes.
Who? But content creation is for people that wants to produce new ideas
Okay.
and share it with their desired target audience. Meaning, a content creator has to be someone that's prepared to do away with his 9 to 5 and solely just reproduce or produce new ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, like for me, what I understand about who needs to make content, it's somebody who like know how to play around ideas.
Okay.
You know, because when you're creating something, people are going to expect things from you, you know, because you're doing a certain content, we need you to give us this.
Okay.
Because at the same time, the content that you're going to create for people is going to take another direction that you never thought of. Yeah, so as a creator, you need sometimes to sacrifice your ideas so that you can take other people's ideas. So not everyone, to answer you, not everyone can do content creation, because there's a certain measures that you need to take in order for you to push your craft.
Okay. So you said you need to take other people's ideas in order.
Yes.
So isn't it that you are a thief? You are stealing information from other people?
No, remember that I am giving you something,
Okay.
right? The way I see things, it's not the way you see things.
Okay.
So the people that I'm feeding from the screens, they are the ones who would want some certain things in their own way. So I'm like, okay, for me to make my content better, please give me some ideas on what to do,
Okay.
so that I can, I can satisfy you or something like that.
Okay. Banele
Can
content
I just
creation.
chime in there? So
Who?
anyone who's got a message to share can be a content creator. But whilst you guys were talking, I thought of something where if one does not deliver the content, I'm just a writer or I come up with ideas, does that make me, or does that not make me a content creator? Because there is content delivery, ne? And I can get people who are actors, but even if I cannot voice or act out whatever it is that I came up with, does that exclude me from being a content creator? It's a question.
Okay, and now I want somebody to answer, because I remember Arthur mentioned that when you are a writer.
Yes.
And then Umweketse is a YouTuber. It means Umweketse most of the time is in front of the camera. When you're writing what Umweketse will be saying.
Yes.
So does that make one a content creator and Omnia not?
No, we are both content
Creators, okay.
Because I'll be scripting the idea from scratch.
Okay.
And he's going to implement my idea in terms of the visuals, in terms of how I would want the delivery of the message to go out to the people.
Okay.
So as a writer, I'm a content creator because I create these you can name it. I create these characters if it's a podcast, obviously some podcast might be scripted on some of the things that we're gonna talk about. So I'll create the characters and he'll play the character.
Okay.
So meaning he's gonna be in front of the cam and I'll be behind the scenes. So a content creator is someone also who scripts these things
Okay.
as well as the one that
Yeah, who
performs and acts. Yeah.
Okay. Banele, are you satisfied?
Yeah, okay. So someone who writes manuals like esikolweni, would you say they are creating content, which would then say they are content creators? Because just the other day, being busy a manual for school, am I a content creator?
Okay. I think we will need to break down the word content creator.
Yeah.
We will
True.
need to take content aside and then take on the other side creation.
Yeah,
Ne?
because it looks like content creation is associated in art only.
Yes.
But I beg to differ, Guti. It doesn't mean that if you're not in the arts industry, that you do not create content.
Okay. Earlier, I had a question and I directed the question to Uhosi because he mentioned something about building or growing something from eqaleni, ne? Whereby I asked Indoba if I have a product,
Yes.
like the product from nowhere. Am I a creator or I don't fall under a creation?
Well, if I'm getting your question correct, you basically asking if you created a brand, be it
Yes.
an appliance,
Yes,
be it
yes,
a machine.
yes.
In what category do you fall? I would say you are more of an inventor more than a content creator.
Okay.
So, cause inventors are there to make sure that our lives are better in a way with creating these products.
Yes.
Because if we were using the same detergent from 10 years ago, I don't think we would get the same results. Because as we grow and as things change, we also need more better detergent to use for washing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So an inventor would be someone that creates a
Differ.
product, and
Okay.
then
Differ.
content producer would be someone that writes.
Okay. You are saying an inventor would be someone who creates
A product.
a product.
Yes.
Now, the first thing I said, can we break down the word content creation? Ne? If we were to talk about content, we would strictly direct it to arts, right?
Yes.
Or somebody who creates the content, just like Banele said, that he was busy with Emmanuel. Now, that we're talking about content there. Now, we're coming back, we're breaking down creation and a creator.
Yes.
If I created this product, I took this product from nowhere.
Yes.
Ndahlanganisa kwaphuma iproduct yanwele. Am I not a creator?
You are not.
How?
So a simple example,
Yeah.
if you invent something, that means that thing has never been here
Yes.
since the beginning of whatever ages.
Okay.
So a creator, if for example, if you go to YouTube and watch a reel, you're going to see an option that say create.
Your own real.
Exactly. So creators, they create something that's already been there.
Okay.
So I am creating something on top of what you have created.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
not gonna invent it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure in terms of your religious beliefs.
Yeah.
You create something that's already there. When the world was created, in other words, it pre-existed. It's a question to Moike, because
Oh, okay.
I'm standing in the position to say, I hear you when you speak of invention
Yes.
and creation, right? But if Noluthando creates a hair brand. She's not a creator, right?
Yes.
And maybe let's break down your creation, because when you invent something or when you discover something, mhlawumbe, all of these things are semantics, but I stand from the position to say a creation means it was not there before. And
I created
brought
this.
it about.
No.
For example, okay, these are silly questions. Uguti, a baby, ne? Do we invent a baby?
No, we create.
Okay, we create a baby, right?
Yes.
So, it's something that did not exist, but because of some magical process that was put together, then a baby was created. So, why can you then say, I did not create this hair brand or something?
And to add on top of a question yakabanele ne, do you think uba is Tina says creatives ne taking something that is already there, does it make us creators or it makes us be lazy? Because kune creatives eziqala into from nowhere, they will produce a movie engazange yakhona. Let's not talk about the movies zako Nigeria, because we know that we see one movie but acted by different people or directed differently. However, is it the way that it's supposed to be? Uba Tina creatives, we take something that's already there, we maneuver the idea and bring something else. Are we being lazy?
And then we say we've
Creatives.
created something. In the music industry, 100% Bashuguti, I'm sampling or I'm remixing.
Yes.
But now, content creation by today's definition, can people say, no, I'm remixing something I once saw?
And Banela, we've had cases on TikTok whereby influencers, your well-known influencers, they will see something from upcoming content creators. They will create it, do the same thing, but bona ingabo, and then it will get it likes as needs more than the original post. And then people will be like, at least you need to ucho uba it was created by uban ban. However, they do not. They just take the content as if it's theirs. Now my question is, are we being lazy by calling ourselves content creators, whereby we take something that is already there and changing it?
Well, there's a saying in English that says, there's nothing new under the sun.
Okay.
So what I understand by that, I understand that everything that we see today has been reproduced or redone, or it has been there before.
Okay.
So in terms of what you just asked now, are we lazy in terms of taking someone else's work and we reproduce? And then again, there's another saying in English that says, why do you fix it if it's not broken?
Okay.
So now, meaning that if something works, why do you have to change it and do something that you are not even sure that it will work?
Okay.
Yabo? So I think that the laziness comes out of the fact that the fear of the unknown. You don't know if you try this, will it work?
How people will react.
Yeah, so even with other companies, if you would come to them as a newcomer into the industry and you come up with this brilliant concept, they wouldn't take your word for it, but they would want to see it on a much bigger platform, or if a influencer does it, and then if it works, done by someone famous, then it constitutes good. This thing works. But if it's done by you, you are known, no one knows you, you are new in the industry, no one is gonna believe you.
Okay.
But for me, I think it's not being lazy, because one thing about having an idea, if right now I'm coming with an idea, it's 2023, I stamp that idea, and then the idea is going to grow in the next coming years.
Okay.
So in this fastest growing content creation, people they want to create something from something, not from nothing. That's where the creation industry is going right now, because we like something that is here, recreate it and make it something better.
Okay, let's not say people. I get it now. You said you're a content creator.
Yes.
What do you believe in?
In terms of,
Do you create from nothing, or you believe in creating from what's already there?
well, me, I believe in learning from other people.
Okay.
You know, so if I'm going to see something from someone, I don't want to imitate what they're doing. I have to do it with my own perspective and the way that I do things. You know, so like for us, it's like we look amongst ourselves and say, what can we come up with? You know, since we are guys, we are always having this discussion. Okay, let us sit down and have a camera on like in front of us and then discuss whatever that we're discussing. So for us, it's like, okay, there's an idea that guys sit down and have this conversation. Let us do the same, but in our own way.
Okay, Banele, are you satisfied with the question that you had?
Yeah, it's still a little bit hazy, but maybe we'll unpack it a bit more. But yeah,
Okay.
I just believe that anyone can be a creator. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be
Content
in the
creator.
arts.
Okay.
Yeah, in the arts. So, mhlawumbe, the term content creator is a term that was coined recently with the uptake of YouTube. So people say, yes, I'm a YouTuber / content creator. And with the likes of Instagram, people becoming influencers, I think that's where the term actually comes from. But not to steer away, maybe if I can say what we are talking about, people in the arts industry, right?
Yeah.
They are making content and they do so creatively, so they become content creators.
Okay.
So like if you look at it, Tina, our generation, right? So when we talk of content, if you read a book, when you open the book, there's no content there.
Okay.
So when you watch maybe a movie, they're going to write the following content contains.
Okay.
So that's how like we see content. Like we want to see like visuals. For us, it's like when you write something for someone, we don't see this creation. That is why we say like we're going to exclude you from creators.
Before we move on, before we dwell more, guys, if you're watching this podcast, please do like and share. Please also comment what you think of content creation. The number to call us as studio at 061-524-7758. Should you want to come as studio, or should you want to know more about content creating? You're still tuning in with Nolu Knows, Noluthando Ndalana. I'm with Moketsi, Khosi, and Ubanel. So, Moketsi Oti, if you open a book, there's no content there.
Yes.
It's only content when we're watching it.
When you watch it.
Can we go back to breaking the word content? What is content?
Content for me, it's something that is boxed.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
I was about to say packaged.
yeah.
Okay.
So when we unbox that thing, we're going to see the contents inside
Okay.
the box. You
Okay.
know? So like it's going to always be different contents that you find in different like packages. You know, like that's how I understand content.
So can't we have a book on this box?
You can.
Okay.
But in terms of how it is defined today, you know, people right now, they like attach books to things like, you know, your self-improvement. You know, you read a book when you are bored. You read a book when you want to learn a skill. You know?
Okay.
So when you want to like watch content, you need to go on YouTube, Facebook, and all of those platforms.
Okay. I've got a question. We've got 50 shades of gray,
Yes,
50 shades of
yes.
dark, and all and all.
Yes.
They all came from a book. So when Baby's Zingwati, it was not a content.
Exactly. That is why, because they had the concept that people think content is what you see. Let us take this thing that is written
Okay.
and make it like and put it on camera.
Uzukhumbule into yoba, I'm making an example because this book yenziwe to entertain, not educate. It is to entertain. Because immediately you're reading your 50 Shades, imagination, they run wild.
Exactly.
You see yourself being touched. You see yourself doing all these things.
Yeah.
My question is, isn't that content?
It is. It is content.
It is content. It's written content.
Yes.
So when people watch something, ne,
Yeah.
that we can safely say that's video content. There's audio content.
Okay.
So in terms of our human senses, right? We know what we've got 5 senses where you can taste, smell, see, hear, and touch. Yeah.
Okay.
So depending on how it is packaged, we can then say it's content. But now my question is, because we are now stimulating the 3 known senses for content that we are aware of, which is sight by seeing, hearing, as well as intepalio. When we stimulate the other senses, for example, if I were to write a book, a recipe book, ne,
Okay.
fine, that's just a book, it's content. Now, when I take the recipe and I produce something from that,
Okay.
would you then say that it's still, the product manager is still content that I produced? The same way I took 50 Shades and I made a movie, all from a book, ain't it? So I'm taking a recipe from a book and I'm producing something. Would you then say that's
The content. Yeah, the floor is yours, guys.
Yeah, so it is content. What Moketsi was saying, I would just like to correct him in terms of written content. Content could be
Written content.
written content, right? You will find a Facebook post having content. Let's say a short story on Facebook. That's content.
Yes.
Where now you're gonna put pictures in your head on whatever is written there. Depending on what type of person you are, you would like to read, and another person would like to watch. Yabo. Hence, as a content creator, I need to be mindful of my target audience. Whether am I targeting e-books or am I targeting videography?
Yeah.
You understand. So, in terms of content can be written, content
Can be said.
as long as content is produced. That is content. As long as it's an idea, that is content. As long as it's giving information, that is content. And the strategy behind it determines your target audience.
So, like, do we say, like, in terms of maybe graphics and writing, the difference, it's the same thing, but there's a difference?
Okay, let's talk about a post. Ne? As Jose said, you can have this post on Facebook. People read it. And then take the same post and make it in a way so that people can listen without watching it. And then again, you can take the same post, act out without having people to read or listening to it. They can just watch the post. Zonke ezondo yi content. So before we move, do we all agree that whether we author, musicians, writers, and YouTubers, we are all content creators?
yes?
Wait. Okay, let me say, we have a book.
Yeah.
It has an author.
Yeah.
Right? So that book is a content.
Yeah.
So right now they say create.
Yeah.
And then after 50 Shades is created, those people who are acting there, are those content creators or they are just creatives?
Okay. I would say, because now we've got the author who's the content creator. They created the book.
The book.
Yeah.
They created the content.
They created the content inside the book.
Okay.
Now we're taking it to act it out. Omwekezi, they are not creators ngalamzuzu because they did not create the content.
Yeah.
The author created the content. Tina, we're just acting it out.
Can I read something for Meketi so that he understands? Content creation encapsulates copywriting, design, production, and other media that provides value and connects you to the target audience. So, in terms of the question that you asked, the actors, meaning production.
Okay.
So, actors, characters, as I made an example before, are content creators because they are going to be what we see, what we watch. They are going to be the reason why this film or this movie actually makes it big. Without those
So-
actors,
Oh, Yima, sorry.
Is it possible to be a storyteller, ne?
Not a
And
narrator,
not
a
be a content
storyteller.
creator? Because
Which
my
story are
actors-
you telling?
Yeah, like Moiketi wrote a book, and then I am a storyteller ne? In such a way, Guti, I become the voiceover guy that narrates the story, right?
Okay.
So I'm the one who's relaying the story, but I'm not the one who created the content.
Okay, I think apho mna ndiyalahleka, but because I would say that's what I think. If Moeketsi wrote this book, produced the content, it's his story. So he created it. He's the content creator of that book.
So Tina, we make the content come alive. What are we?
I came and read what is already there.
Yeah.
Does that make me a creator?
Yes, it does.
How? Because now you are telling me
Yeah,
when I do
it makes sense. It makes
Noel
sense.
stand here.
Yeah.
Say these lines. I did not create these lines. These lines, there's Moeketsi is telling me how and when and why to say them.
But I mean, you're an actress now, so if you're given a role and you have to embody that role, you dive into the character, you are creating it.
Yes.
Ne? Even though, but maybe I think I've answered myself because as much as you might be a good actress, ne, you still need to be told
Exactly.
the role that you need to do. So you diving deep into the character basically has to do with how good your acting skills are.
And you can never dive deep into the character if the director or the script writer, the content creator does not want you to. You can give your all, and then at the end of the day, but come back, we do not want this. When I remember you were creating a character, but they say no, stick to the guidelines. Do what the content creator, which is the writer, said, not what you want. So now I want to know, Indoba, are you a content creator as an actor? Because as an actor, you are told how to move, how to say it, when to say it.
I wonder that ne, basically it reminds me of a question that I've had for quite some time. So I open a TikTok account,
Okay.
and then I redo what other people have posted. Ne? I'm not the original.
Yeah.
Ne? Am I a content creator?
You can say you are a content creator because when you see Umweketsi doing the funny faces, ne? And you like how he's doing it, okanye you like the aim of Londo ayenzayo. So you take the same thing. When you create ngolwakho hlobo. Yaqon? Be it you wearing isn't differently from how he was wearing them.
I disagree.
Well, there's imitating and creating.
Yeah.
There are people who does the same thing. I do a video dancing and then a person redo a video doing the same thing that I'm doing. That is not being
Exactly.
creative.
I mean,
Uthathile.
think of this trending song, ne? Konje kabani ngoma le nigga nigga.
Yeah, Tyler ICU, mnike.
Right?
Yes.
Now, there's this dance. Ne? Someone, once upon a time, said, okay, sharp, ngizoti 1, 2, ngishaye body hook, ngibuye ngijive ngiyehle ngithi. Now, the entire world is doing that. Ne? And then, you come, you see that, you take it, you play the track that was created by someone, and you do the dance again. Are you a content creator?
Yes,
That's
you
my
are.
question. You're not.
You are not.
You're not.
Can I break it down like this?
You're
Can
not a
I-
creator.
Can I break it down like this? Ne? If let's say Mwekezi and I does the same dance, remember that I've got my target audience. Mwekezi has his target audience. Young understand? So with content creation, it's either you reproduce or you take a new idea. It's not always where you're gonna take something new. Hence, I was saying there's nothing new under the sun. So he takes the content, the same dance. He does his dance and
Ayenza differently.
he posts it on his social media account and I post it on my social media for my target audience, for his target audience. So we are both content creators.
No way.
Okay. It goes back.
Sorry. Askis, who's a question for you, ne? You're a content creator, then both of us, we go to, let's say, the Rugby World Cup is coming and we are dancers, choreographers, ne?
Yeah.
And then, but show us what you have done. Ubuye ushaye leyo dance leyo, ne? It like you took it somewhere. It's not okay. Maybe the conversation is around original content, ne? But then when you take what other people have done and remix it, I mean, I just think you don't deserve to have that title of a content creator.
I'll put it this way, Banele. Let's say you're starting out in the music industry. Do you start with your own original songs or do you start by imitating other people?
Okay. If you start by imitating other people, does that make you a creator?
Makes you an imitator.
You have this talent.
And there's nothing wrong.
You have this talent. You haven't produced your own
song.
compositions yet, right? You can sing, yabo? And then there's people that can sing and they have never produced or written their own songs ever, but they are good singers. Or even with bands, there's some bands that don't have their own original compositions, but they are good in terms of imitating other people's stuff, and they would add their own creation, obviously. Does that make them content creators when they add something extra out of their own pocket?
Okay. I think it goes back to the question I had earlier in Dogba. Are we fair calling ourselves content creators whereby we are lazy as creators, because creating something that is already there, does it make you?
It's
not.
not.
No, you
It does
can't
not
be.
make you.
Yeah, you can't have that title.
You can't be a content creator. For example, Glendo Ichoyo of imitating something. Uskumba has jokes zakhe he tells on Kaya FM. We've got people on TikTok
Yes.
acting them out. They're just using the voice, they're just using the story, but they're acting it out. Abo bantu bafola andandon.
As we know, there's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's whatnot,
TikTok,
and they have different names for these people. So on TikTok, obviously we'll call them content creators because these people are actually taking their time producing these things, reproducing these things so that we don't get bored, right? Because we won't all see Moeketsi's video.
But Mwekezi created the video, the original one.
Like there's this guy ne, on TikTok, ne, he created original content, original, ne, and it's he basically plays the father and the son at the same time.
Okay.
Now, there's another TikToker that blew up because of reenacting those vids. And the guy was like, but look, you made it big. People know you now, but you don't give me any shout out.
Exactly.
Because if it wasn't for my original content, you wouldn't be where you are. It's this, I don't know if you've seen it, this lady law pregnant,
Okay.
at the time while she was pregnant, but then she plays this character where, the father and the son, and then by kulum, and then there's punchlines.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, but there's a lot of play on words.
I think when abanele, a problem ilapo because content influencers or whoever wants to be seen as content creators or as people aba invented the original post. Because if you were to use a video yam and then uiti, I don't see why you unganiki credit.
Yes.
You must give credit where it's due. If they see fair, basically lazy as content creators.
Yeah, you can say it's laziness, right? But as I said before, you as Moeketi, you go to a well-known brand, you get there and you say, this is what I can do for you, or this is what I'm talented in. Can you please fund the process?
Yeah.
These big funders wouldn't fund you because you've got 1,000 followers. But if I have 10,000 followers, I would be funded because I'm actually someone prominent in that industry. Yeah, but because you are not well known, no one is gonna wanna follow you because they don't know you. They don't even know whether or not they're gonna get their money's worth if they fund you. Yeah, but if you are an influencer, it's much easier for you to do things out of your comfort zone because you know you already have followers.
But you do not have the story.
Yes.
Why can't you
take
tell
other
your
people's
story?
stories.
Yeah,
Exactly.
why can't you?
Hence,
Like your story, it's not you original.
Why,
It's true
if
you've
you
got
are taking
followers.
a story someone, why can't you give credit where it's due?
hence now you can even file a lawsuit if someone takes your story and they use it for their own good. You can file a lawsuit, but now that's gonna take years and years.
Yeah.
Knowing the South Africa that we live in. But if you sure and you really know that you created that, file a lawsuit. And then you'll get what's due to you.
Okay, guys, nisahleli nathi up on the Creative Corner. This is the special broadcast in detail manibambe wanthunyana sizohlala phansi and talk to you about content creation. Niyava ke what we are saying. Ungalibali, comment below and tell us wena ucinga ntoni about content creation. Again, go on our Facebook, which is Share Online. Like and share the page. We are footy on YouTube and then subscribe and share the page. Please, please, please. Welcome back. We are still talking about content creation. So guys, I want us to take a dip.
Yes.
Swim.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about the money side of content creation.
Yes.
You are a YouTuber, you are a writer, you guys do behind the scenes and everything.
Yeah.
So I want to be a content creator. I'm a writer, I want to be a YouTuber, or I want to be a TikToker. Now, advise me. Tell me how to start.
Start in terms of what? You want
Like-
money or you want to create something that's going to bring you money?
I want you to break it down to me. Like, give me all the options. Talk to me as somebody who's not a content creator,
Who want to
but
start
I
one.
want to start. I've got my phone. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to buy. I don't know where to go. I do not know which content to focus on. I don't know my target market, but I want to do this. I love being in front of the camera. I love making money. Yeah. Talk to me.
Well, in terms of that, there are different kinds of motivation.
Okay.
Firstly, if you want to start creation, I mean, I'm going to tell you that YouTube pays. You know, I'm going to tell you, even though I know that YouTube doesn't pay, I'm giving you like ngatini, a motivation that is coming. You know, you will have to find your way into. I told you that YouTube pays, but it does not pay.
Okay, sorry. I do not want you to motivate me. Help me find this way. Walk the journey with me. Highlight the most important. Now, that's what I want. I don't want you to motivate me. Don't tell me YouTube pays. Tell me the negative side of the content creative. Tell me the positive side. I want it all. I come to you for advice.
Yeah, so with content and paying for content, it looks like at the moment it is done through a form of advertising.
Okay.
Where if you produce content online, the content itself, people won't pay for it, right? But now if they put a paywall behind it, people won't pay for it. Now, if it's done in such a way that we get different stakeholders in this whole journey, where there is the platform like YouTube, there are advertisers, and then there is you, and then there's the audience. So you produce the content, and then YouTube will place an advert or an advertiser in front of the audience before they can watch or in the middle of the content. And then they take a portion, they give you a portion.
Okay.
So that's the whole model to make money online as far as YouTube is concerned. But there is a huge push for people to become influencers, right? And becoming an influencer, it's basically the same thing. It's just that we're cutting out YouTube directly, even though we can still use their platform. But it's to say, look, I've amassed a large audience and these people trust me. So when I say this product is good, they will go out and buy it.
Okay.
And then that company pays you money. But we are living in a time or an era where, I mean, putting up a paywall for the content itself. There are some websites that are paid for. For example, if you take a look at some websites like these news websites like Isowetan, you get a subscription that you pay for, and then you can read the news. So they do use a freemium model. So freemium basically means it's free, but not everything is free. So if you want better content, then you have to pay money, and that's how you as a creator can then make money. So you have to sort of bait the audience to say this is free, but if you want more,
you follow this.
Yeah, similar to OnlyFans, where you can post a video on Twitter and you just show a little bit. But if you want to see the rest of the video, you go behind a paying wall, right? So I think those are the models. It's not like before where, you can create something, put it on DVD and sell it directly. I think times have changed, and depending on the type of content, either you create a paywall, people pay for it up front, or you work in conjunction with an advertiser.
Okay. I hear what you are saying, ne? But you've given me the side yomntu who already knows, not who already like who has a content already. Now, I don't have a content. I do not know what to do. I do not know how and when and why. I knock on this door. I say, somebody referred me here. Now I want to open a YouTube channel. I want to have TikTok. I want to do content. I want to know now, how do I do it? I want to know why do I do it? I want to know how it will pay me, as Ubanele said.
So I think the very first step that you would have to take would be research. Right?
Yeah.
Whether or not you know what you're trying to create, you need to do a background check on the market, right? And you need to know what's trending as well. And you need to know the do's and don'ts of the particular industry that you're gonna go into.
Yeah.
So that you don't get yourself having to face the law.
Okay.
After all that research is done, you need, as a writer, you need to script. You can, I don't have first and last drafts. I always script a pen and paper, and then my second draft would be typing, right?
Okay.
So
You write all the 50 pages and then come back and
that's how that's how I do it. And at times you might get that I'll write 300 pages. So 300 pages, and you need to type that as well. And it might be just one script.
Okay.
Because at the moment I'm writing 3 scripts, and one is a 13-part series. So you can imagine I'm writing and then typing.
you need to go back and type.
And then the process of typing would be the process of editing for me.
Okay.
Once I'm done editing and typing, I'm gonna proofread. So meaning whatever you do, you need to do it, come back, do it again, and ensure that you do it every day so that you know how to and what not to do.
Okay.
Yabo? So in terms of monetizing, there's plenty of ways of monetizing your scripts or your creativity. So that's where the internet comes in, where you need to always make sure when you do your research, such stuff are there on your research pack. So
for me personally, you are demotivating her to start content, because if I did not do any content and then he tells me such stuff,
About
I was like, okay, I'm not coming back, But at the same time, now when it comes to doing content, I think it will be different if you do research first and say, okay, I write things down, I make my research on how to do content, but the final product sometimes is going to not work out the way you want it to when it appears on camera, and then you're going to be disappointed. So for you to start is put a camera in front of you, just talk anything and see what comes out of that. Because you sometimes, as a content creator, you need to feed yourself your own content.
Okay.
That when you are watching yourself, you feel motivated. Because you can't be a motivational speaker yet you can't motivate yourself to do things.
Okay.
So starting starts with what kind of content you want to do.
Okay.
If you want to do vlogs, just start.
Or finding something you love.
Yes.
Okay.
And then after that, that's where the research comes for you to grow and go into bigger spaces. So for someone who's starting, I would just tell them, just know what you love, and then from the start, execute it.
Okay. How much money do I need to start creating content?
I don't think you need any money.
Okay.
You don't need any money. Seriously.
What do I do?
It
Pen and
depends.
pad.
It depends on what content you're doing.
yeah.
Okay.
Right. If maybe you just have a phone, the most important thing for content is a smartphone.
Okay.
If you have a smartphone, anyone can do content creation. You wake up, you do your daily vlogs, you post.
Okay.
From there, if you see people are following, there's your content right there, without spending any cent.
Okay.
Well, it's not ideally no cent, because you still need data.
There's free Wi-Fi.
With that Wi-Fi, if it rains or when it's cold,
You need coffee.
There's a price to pay for everything.
But if you are serious, you're going to make things happen. You go into a mall is a very, it's indoors. You go there every day, specific time. You upload your videos, and then you go back home, do another one. Same thing until you get that audience, or maybe get sponsors. They pay you, they give you cameras. From there,
Everything will be good. Okay, Banele, anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I believe you don't need money, ne, to start, although money would be required for you to grow, ne? But to start, you don't. You need anything that can capture your content. So if it's a phone, a microphone, it's got space, it's got camera, you can capture information. If it's a notebook and a pen, it's all about capturing that information. So the only thing you need in J is just a will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When guys, Sunday conclude, you on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how do you maintain a content creation yako on YouTube? Like, how do you maintain the spot when and that you've created this content? You make sure that it grows. Now, how do you maintain the growth as a content creator?
I mean, because I'm not alone on the channel.
Okay.
I've got people, we work together. As much as I am here, they're on the other side. For us to maintain the growth is, what do I do on this side and what do they do on the other side? So that when you combine them, they make like a long-term content that even if when we think that next year there'll be something, we are going to have an idea. So we just have this idea, you go to, okay, for us to shoot maybe different episodes, we need to come up with a structure that for each and every episode, this is how we are going to structure it. So like maintaining it's basically about ideas when we sit down.
Okay.
It's okay, this is what we're going to do. So like, yeah, that's what I can say for now.
Okay, Josi, on maintenance?
Well, maintaining in terms of being a writer, I can't really maintain that because I have to be driven in a way and I have to be inspired in a way. So if I'll be in one location for 3 months, that just clusters my creativity because I'm not really exposed to many things. I'm only here at the studio, back home, studio, back home. Now, that's gonna cluster my creativity. So I need to see different things and go to different places, different experiences that can maintain my creative juices. But Mina, I like listening and I like watching different shows, different reality shows, series. Like that's where I get my inspiration from. So in terms of maintenance, as a writer, you need to always get yourself out there and ensure that you also look at other people's works so that you can get your inspiration from there.
Okay, Banile on maintenance?
Yeah, it also depends from which angle you're coming from, ne? Because if you are a content creator, I think it will be easy for you to maintain your position because you are creating something from nothing, right? And it's coming. So if you are a content maker, it means you are waiting for someone to do the content and then they feed you. But look, there's an abundance of that. It's fine, There's people that remix ingoma. So depending on where you come from, understand your position and just understand now why ungenile kule nto lena. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you and I might have a YouTube channel, but then there's different reasons why we are uploading on a daily basis. Maybe that's because I really, really want to tell the South African story, but mhlamba when it's about getting famous.
Okay. Last words.
Sanma
no more. Jealousy makes you nasty.
Like last words, what can you say when it comes to last words?
Inspire the creative.
Yes, in terms of, I believe in the youth, because when we grow up, we are looking up to, our adults in terms of giving inspiration to us, doing things different from them because we are a new generation, So like I believe that the content that they create, it has so much impact on us that we ourselves become creatives, but we look at it at a different angle. So like I believe that we are the footprint, for the upcoming generation. So we need to get the inspiration that we need so that we can, leave something for those who are coming, only positive things. Well, there are going to be negative, but we also want to be inspired positively so that we can pass on to the next people.
Okay. Khasi?
I believe that inspiration or motivation that comes from outside or motivated by money or by fame, that doesn't last. So I believe that you need to be self-motivated and you need to know why you're doing this and ensure that whatever you do, you change someone's life by just a small step. You need to get out of bed and get out, because getting up is easy. It's just opening your eyes, but we need to get out of bed and get out of the house.
Okay, somebody once said you need to be available.
Yes.
You need to show up.
Yeah.
Banele, over to you. Last words.
Yeah, not much on my end, but I'd say, dollar what you must, do what you love. That's it.
Yes, guys, never content creators that we had, Umogezi, Ukhosi, and Ubanele Bate. Make sure that you open your eyes and show up. Nandona Yenzayo, the rest will follow. This is the Creative Corner, the host, Nolu. Guys, we're telling Umogezi, Banele, and Ukhosi. We're talking about creative content creation. So if you are a content creator, we open doors for you to come through. Now we uzofunda about izinto ezininzi, and you can leave your comment down below sizophendula when we have time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, we've got a show Wednesday, the Trusted Talk, it will be at 12 p.m. And then we've got the Broskis on Thursday. And then again, we've got Casa Lifestyle Show on Friday. So we've got our 2K. Super excited. So don't go anywhere. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Share online. Guys, do you wish to leave social media handles?
Well, on me, it's on Facebook. It's Mwekiti My Money.
Okay.
YouTube at Mwekiti My Money.
On Facebook, that's Arthur Salomane. Instagram, Arthur Salomane. Twitter or Twitter X, Arthur Salomane, across all social media. Arthur Salomane.
Banele?
Follow me on Threads. Follow me on Threads at Lyric Banel.
Okay, guys, never. Now, Tando, Lulu Zanandalana on Facebook, Nolu Nandalana on, what's this, Instagram, and then Malisa428 on TikTok. Maslangane, guys, on social media. Keep on creating content, keep on believing in yourself, and respecting your craft. Then the rest will come after that. Peace.
The Creative Corner with Nolu. A cozy and inspiring show that features interviews with artists, showcases their work, challenges, and successes. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m. only on Share Radio. Tune in live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. This is Share Radio.